Deafblind Connect Newsletter. Hello, and welcome to the 12th newsletter from the Centre of Excellence, Deafblind. We hope that everybody has been keeping safe in the new year, despite the recent unpredictability with COVID-19. In this issue, we cover some exciting opportunities for research participation, particularly in relation to assistive technologies. General updates regarding deafblind organisations around Australia. If you have any updates on activities related to deafblindness, please let us know. Please contact deafblind@ableaustralia.org.au. Centre of Excellence, Deafblind. We are delighted to welcome Renee to the Centre of Excellence, Deafblind, in the role of Research and Coordination Assistant. Renee has an interest in communications and is completing the Diploma of Auslan Studies. She started with Able Australia on the 18th of January. We've been working hard over December and January on a project funded by the Department of Health to set up a service to produce accessible information for older Australians, including in Auslan. Project updates. Deafblind Technology Project. The holiday period has ended and the research team is back working. Unfortunately, COVID continues to delay progress. During this time, we are exploring some new technologies to make lives easier. Firstly, we've been experimenting with the Dolphin Easy Reader application on our smart devices. If you have access to the Vision Australia library, you can now access your audiobooks from your mobile or smart device. To do this, download the Easy Reader app, which is free from Google Play Store for Androids or the App Store for Apple devices. Create an Easy Reader account and then log into your Vision Australia library account. We have also been exploring the use of Apple's AirTags and the Android tiles for easily finding lost items, such as the remote control, to find the lost item using our smartphone and haptic feedback. Please contact the Able team if you have any queries regarding access to technology. Participants wanted. Do you live in Victoria? We're running a project looking at how technology can assist people with deafblindness. This is a great opportunity to, number one, explore technology with no pressure. 2, work with an OT with technology experience. And 3, find out what needs to be added to your NDIS plan, for example, hours, funding, and technology. Please contact Phoebe at this address. Around Australia, Deafblind Australia welcomes a new board members, Faye Gill from West Australia, Kirsty Lynn from West Australia, and Trudy Ryle from Victoria. Work continues on all projects as well as the ongoing development of policies and procedures to support the operation of the organisation. For more information, contact this address. Deafblind Victoria. DBV is open again for members to drop in for support, information, and social connection. Every Wednesday and Thursday from 10 till 4, from January 19 onwards, except for public holidays. DBV holds 2 regular events for the deafblind community. The Deafblind Cafe, every 3rd Wednesday of every month, and Deafblind Craft Group, every 2nd Wednesday. However, due to the concerns about the current COVID situation, all events for February have been cancelled. Check the DBV Facebook page, website, or email DBV for updates. The DBV website is updated regularly with information from deafblind peers, such as tips for using technology, news, and resources to download. DBV Newsletter is open for contributions from the deafblind community. Email DBV with your article before the 16th of February 2022 for the 8th edition. It could be a story about yourself, a hobby, a recipe, deafblind news or information. There is a limit of 200 words. DBV continues to run Deafblind World workshops to raise awareness of deafblindness among the wider community. Workshops were delivered online to the Bendigo deaf community in November 2021 and to regional NDIA staff in December 2021. Upcoming workshops include the 26th of February for Auslan interpreters and the 30th of March for Melbourne Polytechnic Auslan students. In December 2021, DBV was registered as an incorporated non-profit association and received an ABN. These are key outcomes from the ILC-funded project and will enable DBV to be more independent in the future, employing staff and receiving income directly. The email, website, and Facebook addresses are below. Deafblind West Australians. Deafblind West Australians, DBWA, continues to have social pub lunches at different locations for members and the deafblind community. In December, DBWA held its annual Christmas party with almost 40 people attending to celebrate. Santa Claus gave out presents to everyone. For 2022, DBWA will continue to run our DBWA Connect drop-in group in Marylands every 2nd Wednesday. People can bring along their assistive technology and get help using it or setting it up. Recently, we had a pop-up COVID-19 vaccination clinic and information session. Throughout the year, we will have some interesting guest speakers. Our basic Auslan classes will also continue. Later in the year, DBWA will host some events around the 11th National Deafblind Conference being held in Fremantle. A great opportunity for conference participants to meet and join DBWA members. Visit our Deafblind West Australian website at this address. Our Facebook Deafblind West Australians at this address, and also YouTube Deafblind West Australians events, the Deafblind West Australian Yarn Bombing June 2021, click this address. The Deafblind Camp 2021, click this address. Able Australia Deafblind Services. We are excited to be establishing an accessible information studio. We are currently recruiting qualified Auslan interpreters. Deaf interpreters are encouraged to apply. For more information, see the 2 links below. Senses WA, Sensory Services. Senses WA are currently preparing for Communication Guide training in February and have been busy with scheduling some regional clinics for later in the year. There has also been a focus on the ongoing training of staff. The 11th National Deafblind Conference. Thank you to all those who submitted abstracts. The conference program will be released and registrations will be open soon. Follow the Facebook page, join the mailing list, or check the website for regular updates at this address. Deafblind Information Australia. Deafblind Information Australia has developed and released several resources during 2021. Click on the links to find them on the website. An Introduction to Congenital Deafblindness. It's a 4-part webinar series and is suitable for anyone who wants a brief overview of sensory impairment and the impact of being born with deafness or blindness. There are 3 addresses to click on below. Other additional webinars include individual communication handbooks and art therapy. Click on these 2 addresses. New resources to download or print include information about various deafblind syndromes, individual communication handbook, and cerebral vision impairment. The next face-to-face workshops on congenital deafblindness will be held in Queensland and Northern Territory in April, with some online workshops planned for Sydney and Melbourne in February and March. You can register and find out more information on the workshops in each state by going to this address. For an orientation to deafblindness and our website, download the website orientation guide from this address. There are more webinars, resources and website updates coming in 2022. Visit these 2 addresses for announcements. Usher Kids Australia. Usher Kids Australia is excited to bring together families and a wide range of healthcare professionals who work with children with Usher syndrome. It's online on March 25th, 2022. To share information and different perspectives on some of the most important transition periods facing our children today. The program will also include an opportunity for parents to build relationships with others, as well as to start an important exchange of evidence-based practices for caring and supporting children with Usher syndrome in various settings. As always, we will hear from those with lived experience of Usher syndrome about what aspects of transitions worked well and not so well, to prepare families with various strategies to improve outcomes. The program is a follow-up from the Usher in Focus webinar series in 2020 and provides the opportunity for healthcare professionals and educators to continue learning about the impacts of Usher syndrome in children and young people. For more information, click on this address. Charge Syndrome Australasia. The Charge pre-conference events. We are excited to announce that we are joining up with the National Deafblind Conference as a way to bring you some Charge Syndrome presentations. Census WA are hosting the conference in Fremantle, and there will be pre-conference days specifically on Charge Syndrome. Here's the format. The pre-conference Charge Syndrome, Wednesday the 29th of June, full day. The main conference is Thursday the 30th of June to Friday the 1st of July. The location, the Esplanade Hotel in Fremantle, WA, and it's streamed online. We're planning an exciting lineup of speakers and we will keep you updated. In the meantime, check out the official National Deafblind Conference website. Other useful and interesting information. Tips for finding things in the cupboard. This tip comes from John Lee Clark, a deafblind man from America. In case it's helpful to note, I don't put all my spices in one place, or all my teas in one place. Instead, they have different locations. So, in one cabinet, on the shelf, there may be 2 teas, 4 spices, and 1 kind of rice, a jar of honey, etc. While on another shelf, it has 3 teas, 2 spices, salt, another kind of rice, maybe wild rice, a jar of cashew butter. I bet you see the point here. If all our rices are in one place, then we waste time figuring out which one is which. Again, even if there are 3 similar types of jars, those 3 may have some details to help tell them apart. Maybe the honey doesn't have a paper label, but the cashew butter does. And the lid on the duck fat is different than the other 2 lids. Still, I'm a man in a hurry. So, I begrudge even a 0.0004 second waste of time trying to work out which is which. I want 0 seconds. So, if I want honey, I go to that shelf and get the only glass jar in that cupboard. 0 seconds. Calling for information from people not eligible for NDIS, the Assistive Technology for All campaign. In partnership with researchers from the University of Melbourne, the Assistive Technology for All campaign have created a survey for anyone with a disability who requires assistive technology, who are not eligible for NDIS funding, particularly those over 65 years old. The survey is completely voluntary and details several questions that should take about 10 or 15 minutes to complete. The survey will remain open until the 28th of February 2022 and can be accessed via the following link. Give us feedback. We hope you've enjoyed reading our 12th newsletter and found the information interesting and useful. Please send any information for the next edition or any feedback you have to deafblind@ableaustralia.org.au. Our mail address is Able Australia, 413 Canterbury Road, Surrey Hills, Victoria 3127, Australia. Add us to your address book. If you want to change how you receive these emails, you can update your preferences or unsubscribe from the list.